I knew there'd be some in there.
Welcome back, everybody. Everybody say hi to Squeaker. He's joining me today. He wanted to spend some time with me while I'm editing some videos. So today we're going to do a video on something I've been meaning to get around to, and I know a few people enjoy this stuff a little bit like I do. The basic thing that I'm looking to do today is I want some feedback from you guys as far as what you think each one of these fish I put up next is going to weigh. If you've been around, you've seen the videos. These are previous ones that I've had. Probably the most recent one was in, I think, about a little bit over a week ago. And I mean, this is what I wish I would have had. I finally got around to just ordering one. I found a decent one on, I think it was on Amazon. The basic idea behind this is going to be, I'm trying to beat 5 pounds for a bass this season. Well, I mean, all the way through the winter. I'll put it so that it goes all the way till the end of my ice season, and then the next year starts. And I'm probably going to try and do a challenge every year personally to try and beat some numbers that I think would be good numbers for me to beat. And a 5-pound bass is a good size fish, especially for being up in the northern Midwest like I am. A 5-pound bass is a big fish up here. So this next video, well, this video clip I'm going to play here, I want you guys to look at this fish real carefully, and then we'll be back right after that. Holy Okay guys, mind you, this fish is out of season. I have him sitting in a net in the water, but I really wish I had a scale
because this has got to be at least a 4, maybe even a 5-pound bass. And as you guys seen, I got him on this tiny little jig. This thing's huge. I know where I'm coming back during bass season. I'm gonna get the release.
Okay, so as you guys can see, that's the first big fish I got this season. Of course I got it while I was bluegill and crappie fishing. I mean, it's one of those things, like, every single time, if you just seen my latest video, which I can put up here, I can't remember which side it is right now, but one of my most recent videos, I was out bluegill fishing, and I got into my big bluegill. I was pleasantly surprised, and I got into a good number of my big bluegills. And if you guys check that video out, you'll see, like, the first fish I catch is, like, you can guess how big that video is. Leave how much you think that one weighs in the comments of that video, and, you know, we'll debate on that one. But it's just one of those things, like, this video I just showed you guys, I had 4-pound test fishing for bluegill and crappie, and I get this hog of a bass, and that's where this guy would have come. I mean, he was out of season, so technically you're not supposed to sit there and weigh them and do all that stuff, but I mean, I could have did it real quick and I got an understanding of it. But I think that one I think is the biggest fish I've got this season. We'll do this in the comments below this video. That'll be number 1. So put, you know, first bass or number 1 bass, and then put what you think it weighed. Honestly, I mean, like I said in the little clip, I could have went 5 pounds on that thing. I'm not even sure. The thing that I'm going to show you guys at the end of this video real quick is, this is a 5-pound plate. Obviously, you guys know, if you've been around, I work out, so I have weights and stuff laying around. This is actually 5 pounds. It's one of those things. Yeah, like, that bass could have been 5 pounds. I mean, it's burned in my memory because I caught it on bluegill gear. So this next video clip I'm gonna put in, let me think. That's the second to last one. I'll put the most recent one last. The second to last one I've got, I was out fishing, I believe I was trying topwater all day, and it's just one of those things, like, I was fishing topwater, that was my goal for the day, and then I was just like, oh yeah, that's right, I have these huge mondo worms that basically look like the same ones the Googans made. I still got to try some of those baits. They do look good. I'm not knocking them. They look good. So I'll give those a try as soon as I can get my hands on some, but apparently they're back ordered forever and nobody carries them. But yeah, this next video, let me know what you guys think about this fish.
Got him. I knew there'd be some in there. All right. That took way too long.
It took all day, but this monster finally showed up. I mean, he's 3 pounds at least. It's kind of skinny, but I mean, he's got that monster head on him. All day. All right, I'm gonna get the release on this guy. Okay, so you guys seen that video, obviously. If you haven't, I'll put it up here for you guys to see. That's the one where I was fishing mostly topwater, and it's just one of those things, like it transitioned, and you know, it was cloudy skies and stuff like that, and I hate going to finesse if I can get them to pop on topwater, and they should have went, but I couldn't get anybody to feel that one out. So I switched to that giant worm, and as you can see, it's just one of those things, like you toss it in the reeds and twitch, twitch, slam. If you watch carefully, you can go back to that clip. If you watch carefully, the line goes shooting off, and it actually caught me off guard because it almost ripped the rod out of my hand, which I love that. I mean, that's an addicting feeling when that rod almost gets ripped out of your hand. So that fish, it was so long. It was like, I don't, if I remember right, I don't think I measured it. I may have, but I believe that one was probably right around that 20-inch mark. So it was really long, but it had that monster head, and then it just hadn't been fed properly to be that big tank. Or it could have even been a like late spawned out female, because that was a little bit earlier this year. I know if she wasn't spawned out, that would have been like a 6 or 7 pound bass. It had a big head, and if the body would have matched, it'd have been crazy. But I want you guys to leave that one. That's number 2. We'll put that in the comments section as number 2. If you guys see that one, and honestly, yeah, I can't, off the top of my head, I can't guess how big that one is. Maybe some of you guys that catch bass on a regular basis and have a scale on hand, or had a scale on hand and actually know what they weigh, you can leave that one in the comments below as number 2. And like I said, I'll leave that one listed here so you guys can watch that video and you can let me know what you really think about that one. So, but the next video is the most recent one, and that one I went out with 2 missions in mind, and that video is basically a topwater and finesse, and that's because I knew that I could get them in the finesse bite, but I also wanted to try and get some on topwater. So I'll play that clip now.
That one. Oh my God. Okay. That's a big fish. Woo! Now pull it down for this one. All right, anybody want to donate a scale? Because these guys are getting bigger. I mean, he's not thick as all heck, but a big head. I would honestly say 3 and 3.5. I mean, it'd be nice to actually know. So anybody willing to donate a scale, hit me up.
Alright guys, so you've seen the videos. That's number 3, obviously. Leave that in the comments as number 3, what size you think that fish was. He wasn't quite as big as the first 2, and I honestly think that first fish I got this year in 4-pound test could have went 5 pounds. So it looks like I need to catch another one like that. I'll probably end up getting one this winter like that, and you better believe this scale's coming with me from now on. I know I'm going to forget it, but hopefully I remember to bring it more often. And the one thing I wanted to show you guys before we go here is, so I'm going to turn this on. You can see zeroed out. This is a 5-pound plate. Does that say 5-1? Must have bounced. But either way, we're right there. Let's see. I'll try and get it to go again without it bouncing. There you go. 5 pounds exactly. And I mean, obviously, if you can't read that, that's 5 pounds right there. So that's something that anyone who has a digital scale, I mean, if you lift weights, that's the easy way of doing it, is weigh something that weighs exactly 5 pounds. It's, you know, it's supposed to be exactly 5 pounds, and that way you'll know. So I know personally, and now you guys know, and I will reference this so you guys can see it, that this scale is accurate. So if I pick up a fish and it says 5 pounds, we got the proof. It's right here. So no more storytelling, no more guessing weights. Let's stick some pigs this season. I still got the fall feed to get, and fish get pretty heavy in the fall. One really big goal that I don't know if it's going to happen around me unless I go north is going to be a 5 pound smallie. That would be a riot. But thanks for watching the video today, guys. Thanks for all your input in the comments below. I really hope some of you guys can give me a good, accurate understanding of how big those fish were. I've caught a lot of big fish, and I've gotten some weights on fish before, so I kind of can guess, but more experienced people, you know, if you've caught more bass, obviously I'd like to hear your, you know, input on those 3 fish. So thanks again for watching. Obviously, if you're, you know, you subscribed, just remember to hit the notification bell. Otherwise, if you're new here, just remember to